Hello everyone and welcome to another Second Empire production diary. As promised, we are going to be continuing with scene 50 shot 10, or it's going to be shot 10A today. In between last recording and this one, I have done a little bit of work on the other shot, mainly tweaking flight paths and camera angles and stuff. Nothing really too exciting. It's something I would have done off camera anyway. Firstly, if you can hear a loud whining noise, that is my PC desperately trying to render a shot I've just received from one of the other animators. So I apologise about that, and you might also be able to see a message pop up in the right hand corner just now. That's basically my PC adding it to the Dropbox so I don't have to transfer files. Anyway, here is the shot how it looks now, and as I said, all I've done is alter the flight path and alter the camera. So here we go. And of course it freezes. So as you can see, there is still a little bit to do. For example, those two battle saucers pass through each other, and to be honest, that's something I didn't notice until now. And also I want to keep these guys in camera for a little bit longer and basically make them look a little bit more independent, because at the moment they are moving as a group. But we're not going to be working on that today. That's something that won't be very interesting to watch. On the subject of interesting to watch, if anyone has a preference to which scene or a particular shot they would like to see me animate, please note it down in the comments below. I'm always happy to take suggestions. One day soon, I hope to have maybe one or two people, either friends of mine or people from the cast, or who are involved in the project, on Skype, and we can be talking while I'm animating, and it would make it a little bit more interesting, because I'm sure listening to my dulcet tones are not very interesting. Anyway, as I said, I should have reopened that actually. So, comes up to here, and I need to move the camera over here. And you'll notice the file name is wrong. This is Sheen. You'll notice that the file name is wrong. This is scene 50 shot 10. Excuse me. For some reason, I managed to switch them around. But when it comes to rendering, they'll be called the correct names. So I'm just going to save that. And I need to add a couple of Daleks over here. I need to alter these, but today we're focusing on the camera move to make sure we get the shot. I'm actually copying a shot from Star Trek Enterprise. Not directly, but the basics. I can't remember which episode it's from. And it's basically when one of the ships flies really quickly toward the camera, and then all of a sudden the camera snaps into doing a similar zoom inside the bridge. We're going to add the sound effect and add the voice. But we aren't going to have the voice start straight away. I'm still not sure whether or not to have Turd start talking while the camera's on the ship, or have him talk on the bridge. I did have another idea that basically has Turd almost coming onto the bridge. Where is he? Turd, there we go. One. And I will sort out those audio tracks one day. Set course. There we go. Yes. For some reason we have to double import it. So let's just make sure this is working.
Course for Zuragalen.
Yep. And we'll have this camera angle take 5 seconds. So 150. I have to do very basic maths then. Oh. No, I'm over here. There we go. Come on. Let's focus. There we go. So we'll have him start talking on 125.
Set course for Zeragalen. We are the instrument of imperial justice. We will punish the renegades, and great will be our glory.
So, what am I doing? 450. So when it reaches there, I want it to slowly, and I'm keyframing the wrong thing. Yeah, so I want to slowly zoom in on Turd. And I kind of like the fact that they're at an angle. Uh, 270. 272. 4. Um. 15. 16. 13. Yeah, that's right. So let's have a look.
Set course for Zeragalen. We are the instrument of imperial justice. We will punish the renegades, and great will be our glory.
Bank it by 10. That's better. So 10. I changed my mind about it looking. It looks like a bit wonky. Okay, so you're gonna have to, when you, for some reason, when you're setting up camera moves like that, even though you've told it at the start of the shot and the end of the shot to remain the same, it changes. It's like if you tell a Dalek to move from point A to point B, and if you tell it to go in a straight line, for some reason sometimes it will kind of reverse and then go forwards. Even though the point that it moves from is the point that its axis is from. You don't change the axis. So what you have to do is, as you can see that, I mean it'll only go down. Whoa. Okay, I was going to say it'll only go down by about a degree, but it goes down to almost 0. So you need to go 1 frame in front of the keyframe and keyframe it, and then you need to go to 1 frame before the end. Oh no, you don't. Or do you? Yes, you do. So, and then we'll keyframe that. Does that make any? Does that make any difference? Why are you doing that then? Because you're keyframe there, aren't you? Yes, that's why. Because I'm a complete moron. I do hope other people know I'm recording. Otherwise their phone conversations will be heard on the internet. Okay. I am going to render this, and I'm sorry about all the ears. Actually, no, I'm not going to render it first, because what we can do first is make Turd's lights speak. and I'm pretty sure I've shown you how to do this before, so yeah. Espresso, drag the sound effector in, set the sound effector to object, right click, Espresso, calculate, range mapper, right click, new node, motion graphics, sample effector, drag the sample effector over here, object to effector, red to strength, range mapper, outer upper to 100. Apparently you don't have to do that, but it's a habit I've got into, so I'm going to keep doing it. Strength to input, find the Dalek you want, in this case General Turd. Okay, he's an Imperial, so I'm going to keep whistling. We need to open up Turd's Espresso, and we go to air brightness, luminance. So, right. Don't think I've ever affected a luminance before. Texture, basic properties. No, you can't do it that way. So what's the texture? It is ear glass. No, it is. Does it have a name? No. Yes, it does. What are you assigned to? Nothing, apparently. Let's do a quick clean up. Remove duplicated, removed unused. Thank you. Let's see if we can find Turd's ear. I'm hoping that's it. Well, we'll soon be able to find out if it's not. Ear glass. Let's go to the blue and luminance. Luminance brightness. Basically the same as a light would be. And that render is still struggling. And then we want to close, minimize that. Go to sound effector. We don't need to rename it because Turd's the only one talking. 25%. 25. Is his sounds like a monkey then? Yeah. Okay, so call 3. Is that working? No.
We
I don't see any others it could be. Did I connect them up? Huh. Yes, I did. Sound effector, yes. To sample effector, yes. Range mapper, yes. Core 3, luminance, brightness. So if this is controlled by sound effector, we won't be able to adjust it. And are his ears lit up? They are now. You are on 4, so we'll grab you and we'll do a small render. Right. Is that because these Daleks aren't visible? Okay, I figured out the problem. I had made the window because these two dots here, one controls the visibility in the render. So if I click that to off, you can see it in the animation window. But if I rendered it, you wouldn't be able to see it because that is what the second dot does. And that is why when I rendered that bit, you were only seeing the beige. So let's try this again, shall we? Good, we can see out of the dark, and that isn't taking too long actually. Right, so his lights are on. Okay, here's the shot as it's rendered. Unfortunately, I can't play it because for some reason QuickTime is messing about and it keeps freezing. So I'll insert the clip here. And now you've seen it, we can talk about it. So, I think overall the camera angle is okay. I think maybe it could do with slowing down a little bit. I think maybe it could take 10 seconds rather than 5. So what we'll do, we'll go to the camera, we'll find that and change it to 250. Just so it takes a little bit longer to travel across the Daleks. And of course we'll have them all moving. Anyway, what I was going to say earlier, was my other idea was to have Turd come onto the bridge and take his place. All the other Daleks could look over. The captain could maybe move out the way, because Turd is the general in charge of this assault, and he demands to be at the forefront. I'm gonna have him raise his claw, kind of in like. No, I was thinking about. I'd have to have Steve record a new line, but almost as though he's gonna say engage, like a Picard kind of way. But we'll see.
We are the
Alright, I'll just turn that sound off. Actually, let's do that. So, maybe have him. Does he need to be rotated 90 degrees positive? No, he needs to be rotated 90 degrees negative. I could have him come through that door, but that door is to the captain's office. And I know that because MechMaster told me. I have a feeling that's not going to work. So he comes in. Does he rotate the right? Yes, he does. Excellent. Should I have him look at his fellow Daleks? Nope. Because he doesn't care who is on the bridge. He cares about his mission. This is actually only the second time I've animated a Imperial Dalek. It's actually the second time I've animated Turd, so be lucky, be thankful. I haven't animated the Golden Emperor in over a year. Okay. It's actually kind of scary looking at this, because if you look at the comic, I'm in the wrong place. We are. Where are we? We are here. I personally never thought I'd get past episode 3, and now this is episode 10. I mean, alright, I haven't animated episode 9 yet. In fact, I don't think I've got a single shot of episode 9. Oh, I've got several. I'll give you a sneak peek. Here's scene 44, shot 18. You see what I mean by it freezing? I'll insert that at the end. Anyway, what I'll also do is at the end I'll insert these two shots together as one. Okay, so Turd comes along, and his turn is
of imperial justice.
we will destroy the renegades.
Great
And have him raise his arm.
and
Which one is the main? Oh yeah, because he has a thumb as well, doesn't he? Number 3. No, it is number 1 then. So number one.
our
That's right. Move the wrong one. Maybe have him raise his eye stalk as well.
renegade
Eye pivot.
Ori.
Shall I have all the others raise their arms as well? Oh, might as well join him. Yay, go on, woo! And have, yes.
Imperial justice. We will punish.
Let's have, which one is it? No, it's you, isn't it? Yes.
Great
So what is he talking about?
Ori.
And then have him rotate. And it doesn't matter about his eye because we can do that. So I will render this and I'll be back. Okay, the render's finished, and instead of trying to show you on QuickTime, I've realised I can show you actually in the I can show you in the render window. So here we go. So as you can see, the camera move is nice and slow, giving you a chance to see all the Daleks. Turd comes in. Okay.
Of imperial
And me being the idiot I am, I didn't take into consideration that I needed to be on Turd. 16, 10, 9. Oops. 8, 7. Yeah, that's alright. So, yeah, I think that camera move wise is brilliant. Well, okay. I won't say brilliant. Don't give yourself too much credit. Alright, I'm just going to add a few more Daleks here and there. Let's see. My computer has been so slow today. I've had to close all but the essential programs. I'm actually reading the comic again at the minute. Well, things are rendering. Some really, really nice stuff. The bit I can't wait to animate, where is it? Is the fight between Brown and... That's another thing actually. People have asked me what the Supreme Daleks are called. And it's really quite simple. I mean, it took me a little while to get it because McMaster had to explain it to me. This guy's called Brown because he's brown. There's Garin, who is green. Garin. I've always said Garin for some reason. Garin. And there's Galt because he's gold. Anyway, so this scene will be interesting because it's especially the conversation between these Daleks. They can't open the door and they need to know what the Supreme Dalek's date of birth is, and none of them know because they're Imperials and they're thick. Yeah, and then the funny thing is, I've had... Where is he? I've had this Grexnal super weapon model for quite a long time. Chris sent him to me. I think shortly after he finished him, and I had to keep it quiet. And that's like giving a kid a box of chocolates and telling him not to eat it. But anyway, so yes, I need to add more Daleks, and they are battle saucer Daleks. Phonar operator. So you are that one, aren't you? Yes. Need to straighten you out a bit. Haven't animated anything on a battle saucer since episode 4 and 5, which was the Shoal Zone, which took ages. We've got another Godzilla Dalek. Right, one. I've probably mentioned this before, but all McMaster's models scale up and down by a factor of 10. So if a Dalek needs to fit in a battle saucer, it needs to be shrunk down by a factor of 10 or increased by a factor of 10. I'm pretty sure when it comes to putting Daleks into the big Siege Lords, they'll be scaled down. Or will they? Or will the Siege Lords be scaled up? Because they have to be interacting with the fortress. We'll have to have a look. We'll have to see. I don't have that particular model yet. Oops. So do we not see... I don't think we do. What about if we move him over a little bit? Okay, so we don't see the Phonar operator. I can't put him there because that's the Phonar operator station, because he's got the little control for cycling through the different frequencies. So, source of light what they have on a U-boat. Okay, so we'll put you over here. We'll have you looking down because you can see your eye better. Turn the sound off. We don't want any Dalek there. I'm just going to save it. And, have I marked it down? I don't think I've shown you the shot list before, have I? No. This is the shot list for episode 8, and this was done by a user on Project Dalek called Don Lovelock. Very grateful for it. Basically, it's just a way of me keeping track without having to count everything. RD means rendered, SU means setup, R means rough, and F means final. All I have to do is put in the scenes and the shot numbers, changing it for each episode, and then it will tell me how many shots are in a scene. For example, in scene 41 there's 53, 42 have been set up, 42 are rough, 25 are final, and 4 are rendered. Really? Oh yeah, that's the hangar fight. And I can add notes, for example. Yeah. It's just a really nice way of keeping track. Sometimes I don't keep them up to date. I think episode 4 and 5 still has shots that need to be marked as rendered. But yeah, it just saves me a lot of time and helps me keep on track. So, I think that's all I'm going to do today. I'm not sure how long I've been recording, probably about an hour or so. I need to shrink that down. Are these production diaries any good? Do you want them to continue, or should I make them shorter, or just show you the production shots? Sorry, the shots as they're finished. As always, I appreciate any suggestions. I do want to try and do a couple of these diaries with a couple of people on Skype. So if any of the cast are listening, or anyone else that wants to be on the call, get in touch and we'll sort something out. We'll find something to talk about, whether it be Second Empire, Doctor Who, or whatever. We're just chit-chatting while I animate. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Set course for Zeragalen. We are the instrument of imperial justice. We will punish the renegades, and great will be our glory.